Surely you know, this was not just some little story that was going to go away. You know that, right?
Afterward.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most divisive bombshells that aired on TV between 2000 and 2010.
Check out the rats.
Ooh, they look like Skittles.
Number 20, a befuddling finale, The Sopranos. It's never easy saying goodbye to a beloved show, but it's especially difficult when said show ends on a question mark instead of an exclamation point.
What looks good tonight?
I don't know.
After 6 seasons of nail-biting mob drama, The Sopranos ends with Tony quietly sitting in a diner, and then nothing. It's a bafflingly anticlimactic finale, and one that left more than a few viewers scratching their heads.
It's an entry-level job, so buck up.
Right. Focus on the good times.
Don't be sarcastic.
Isn't that what you said one time? Try and remember the times that were good?
While it kicked up plenty of dust when it originally aired, that contention has slightly dimmed over the years. Nowadays, it's rightfully considered one of the greatest series finales of all time. Number 19, Jennifer Hudson's Elimination, American Idol. It's a sad reality of these kinds of shows that the best singer doesn't necessarily win. Case in point, Jennifer Hudson.
Randy said that was unbelievable. Barry said, just loved it. Paula said, way to go, Jennifer. Simon said, you are creating the battle of the divas.
Despite unanimous praise from the judges, she came up short in the nationwide vote and got knocked out in the final 7. The surprise elimination sparked a massive discussion about the role race plays in an audience-nominated competition, especially considering Hudson was in the bottom 3 with 2 other African-American females, which may have unfairly split their supporters. The outrage came too late for her American Idol prospects, but Hudson could still rest easy knowing she had plenty of fans going to bat for her.
And that person is Jennifer Hudson. Fantasia, you are safe.
Number 18, Malice at the Palace. After a fouled layup shot, Piston player Ben Wallace took his anger out on pacer forward Ron Artest. A few shoves later, and there was a full-on civil war between the teams.
And Wallace did. Oh, Wallace! Right at our chest. This has potential to be serious if they don't get between.
Keep in mind, this all happened on live TV. Later, while Artest cooled off at the scorer's table, a stray fan threw a drink at him. Furious, Artest dove into the crowd to retaliate. The issue? He grabbed the wrong fan. More chaos ensued. And in the end, police showed up and started handing out suspensions and bans like candy. Malice at the Palace is cited as the most infamous brawl in NBA history, and we understand why.
I've never experienced anything like that. I'm surprised there's not a 30 for 30 on that.
Oh, there will be.
There will be, but you got to get the cooperation of Ron, and I don't think Ron will ever talk about that day.
Number 17, pressuring a woman to strip. Rock of Love with Bret Michaels. When you have 25 different women competing to go on a date with a rock star, you're bound to get some that are willing to go further than others. Bret Michaels, however, didn't see it that way.
So I noticed that 3 of the girls were having a time of their life, but one of them, Beverly, isn't dancing around or doing much of anything.
The problem started when he took his contestants to a strip club to help loosen them up. One of the women, Beverly, was visibly uncomfortable, but that didn't stop Michaels from pressuring her on stage and later calling her a buzzkill.
Listen, there is no doubt I respect Beverly being a parent. I'm a parent. But look, here's the deal. The kids, they're not with us right now, and we're out here and everyone is just having fun. I'm not asking her to do anything she doesn't want to do, but right now, I gotta be honest, she's being a little bit of a buzzkill.
Michaels' demeaning treatment of Beverly didn't sit well with some viewers, many of whom disavowed the program entirely. Surprising no one, Beverly didn't end up winning. Number 16, Diversity Day, The Office. Before it became a seminal example of sitcom hilarity, The Office had to undergo a racial sensitivity seminar. 3 guesses who's to blame.
We're all set.
Oh, hey, well, diversity, everybody, let's do it.
Even though Michael's blatant insensitivity is part of the joke, the sheer quantity of racial quips proved to be too much for certain viewers and networks, particularly because, at that point, The Office was still an untested commodity. Diversity Day was only the series' 2nd episode ever.
Pam, Pam, come on. I like your food. No, come on. Stir the pot. Stir the melting pot. Bam. Let's do it. Let's get ugly. Let's get real.
Retroactive viewers have been much kinder to the satiric gags, but still, it's hard to forget the installment that almost put The Office out of business before it became, well, The Office. Number 15. Tom Cruise is feeling great. The Oprah Winfrey Show. In perhaps one of the most iconic talk show moments of all time, Tom Cruise graces Oprah's stage with more than a few scripted bullet points. He giggles all over the place and can barely keep his seat.
Something happened to you. Something happened to you.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
I've never seen you like that.
Once Cruz mentions his then-girlfriend Katie Holmes, he takes it a step further and starts shouting from atop Oprah's couch. The news cycle couldn't get enough of it. Was he on something? Did he get good news? Or was Cruz really just that happy?
I've been in the dream-making business this year. Are you in the dream-making business?
I don't want to disappoint her.
Viewers scanned the clip for any kind of context or justification for such an overzealous outburst, but there simply wasn't one. This one is legendary mystery that may never be solved. Number 14. Bill Maher comments on 9/11. Politically incorrect. It's fittingly ironic that Bill Maher dug his own political grave on a show literally called Politically Incorrect.
Wouldn't this be a non-issue if we had any faith in our real justice system? But we don't. Hey, isn't that really the issue?
While the program never shied away from some rough and tumble debate, Maher used the platform to make some very aggressive comments about the perpetrators of 9/11. Since the episode aired just a month after the tragedy, the wounds were still way too fresh. Viewers, affiliates, and advertisers jumped ship in droves.
Beleaguered talk show host Bill Maher knows all too well the pain of losing sponsors. In the new cultural mindset known as post-attack America, it is no longer okay to be politically incorrect even on a show by the same name.
Less than a year later, the political talk show was canceled altogether. ABC claims the controversy had nothing to do with it, but the timeline doesn't lie. Number 13. Kanye West crashes Taylor Swift's acceptance speech. 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. It's only natural to be disappointed when you or someone you love doesn't win an award, but to say Kanye West took it too far would be an understatement. When Taylor Swift beat out Beyoncé for Best Female Video at the 2009 VMAs, West decided to voice his displeasure by crashing the singer's acceptance speech.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time.
The audience's boos sum up the public reaction pretty well. Thankfully, it was all water under the bridge for the female stars. After Beyoncé won Video of the Year later in the night, she called Swift back on stage to finish her speech.
Maybe we could try this again?
At least these two know how to keep it classy. Number 12. Contestant accused of murder. Megan Wants a Millionaire. In 2009, VH1 launched a new reality show following Megan Hauserman's search for a wealthy suitor. Everything seemed to be going well.
Only one millionaire can win my heart. Your luck has run out, and your credit's been declined.
Megan was determined to improve her station and find her perfect millionaire match. And this is her journey.
That is, until one of the contestants was charged with murdering his wife. Since the suspect made it extremely far into the competition, VH1 had no choice but to completely bury Megan Wants a Millionaire after just 3 episodes. Not only that, they proceeded to remove all mentions of the series from their website, programming schedule, and any streaming service. Based on the intense public scrutiny, something tells us becoming a millionaire wasn't the top of anyone's priority list anyways.
What did it mean to you when you found out this news about Ryan Jenkins?
It was a great relief that we weren't going to spend months and months of our life trying to find this person and bringing him to justice.
Number 11. Mannys abortion. Degrassi, The Next Generation. This is way more than your average, very special episode of TV. Degrassi's Accidents Will Happen 2-parter features high schooler Manny discovering she's pregnant and eventually deciding to go through with an abortion.
The responsibility is yours. So the decision is yours, no one else's. You mean I don't have to do this if I don't want to?
That's a heavy topic for any kind of series. So as you can imagine, there was a lot of fuss over whether Mannys plight was appropriate for Degrassi's teenage audience. The hubbub meant Accidents Will Happen didn't air in the United States until 2006, 2 years after its original Canadian debut.
How will I feel after?
Everybody feels differently. Lots of women cry a little. Many feel relieved. As long as you're sure of your decision, then
I'll be okay.
Even so, reception was generally positive, with many outlets claiming the controversy reinforced why these episodes were so important. Number 10. Madonna kisses Britney and Christina. 2003 MTV Video Music Awards.
And you know why they cut away for it? Because of they cut away to get Justin's reaction.
The kiss between Madonna, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera is now the stuff of TV legend. The image of Madonna and Britney locking lips in particular has become an iconic piece of entertainment history, although it caused a bit of a stir at the time.
I definitely saw the newspaper the next day and it was like, oh, well, I guess I got left out of that one.
Right.
It was just taboo and explicit enough to get certain groups up in arms, and instantly became the talking point of the 2003 MTV VMAs. Nowadays, such a kiss might barely register on Twitter. But at the time, this was television history in the making, and it generated buzz and headlines the world over. Number 9. When You Wish Upon a Weinstein. Family Guy. For a while, it was the lost episode of Family Guy. In When You Wish Upon a Weinstein, Peter tries to convert Chris to Judaism, as he considers Jews are smart and successful with money.
I mean, come on. If Chris knew how to study, he wouldn't need to become Jewish in the first place, right? Right? Right?
Fox did not like this particular storyline, as they thought it was anti-Semitic, and refused to air the episode on television.
What do you want? Financial advice?
Financial advice? How the hell did you know I'm an accountant?
Hello, Max Weinstein?
It didn't surface until 2003, when it was included on the Season 3 DVD. It's honestly pretty tame stuff compared to modern Family Guy standards, and it just goes to show you how bold television has gotten since the early 2000s.
But why would you even say that? For shock value? Jeez, Cleveland, there's edgy and there's offensive. Good day, sir.
After the DVD release, the episode was finally broadcast on Adult Swim in 2003, with a Fox broadcast to follow the next year.
I need a Jew.
Number 8. Clone High's depiction of Gandhi. Clone High. Set in a high school that's secretly a military experiment, Clone High is certainly a unique show.
Hi, Kennedy.
I invaded her Bay of Pigs, if you catch my meaning.
The school is populated by young clones of various historical figures, including Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc, JFK, and Mahatma Gandhi.
Cleo, I care about you, and every moment we spend together makes me want to know you more.
My abs are so firm you can grate cheese on them!
In the show, Gandhi is portrayed as a hyperactive party animal known for his outrageous behavior and stunts. This wildly inaccurate depiction of Gandhi caused a massive uproar in India, resulting in hundreds of protesters mounting a hunger strike and threatening to withdraw MTV's broadcasting license.
That sounds kinda nice.
Can't talk now, Marie. Gotta go find me a prom date. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
The network was quick to apologize, and Clone High was canceled soon afterwards. The show's co-creator, Christopher Miller, stated that he pitched a second season without Gandhi, but the idea was rejected.
I just want someone to love, dry hump, leave, and then brag about. Is that so wrong?
Number 7. The Death of Louis Conrad. To Catch a Predator.
As they made entry, they confronted the suspect. I believe he was in the hallway, and he told them he wasn't going to hurt them, and then shot himself in the head.
This infamous reality show documented sting operations. One of the men caught in the web was Louis Conrad, a district attorney from Texas. Conrad was allegedly caught soliciting photographs from someone posing as a 13-year-old boy.
We're the ones that are supposed to be setting the standards and making examples out of things and enforcing the law, and he's not doing that.
A SWAT stormed his house, but as they entered, Conrad took his own life. This prompted a scathing indictment in Esquire, which criticized the show for shoddy detective work and legal violations, like filming on private property without a warrant and manipulating law enforcement. The show's legal and journalistic integrity were hotly debated and criticized, and Conrad's sister sued NBC Universal for emotional distress and civil rights claims.
It was a devastating tragedy, a shock to all of us when the 56-year-old, a man who has prosecuted criminals for more than 2 decades, shot himself.
Number 6. South Park versus Scientology. South Park. Trey Parker and Matt Stone's animated sitcom has always courted controversy. Just look at the episode Trapped in the Closet, a scathing attack on Scientology.
Frozen alien bodies were loaded onto Xenu's galactic cruisers, which looked like DC-8s, except with rocket engines. The cruisers then took the frozen alien bodies to our planet, Earth.
It's been reported that Isaac Hayes, who voiced Chef, was pressured into quitting the show by his Scientologist associates. The media also got involved, claiming that Tom Cruise prevented a rebroadcast of this episode, though both Cruz and his representatives denied this.
Dad, Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
Regardless, it generated enormous interest in the episode, and Trey Parker has attributed the Tom Cruise controversy for making South Park even more popular.
Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
What?
Just leave me alone. Well, we can't leave you alone because you won't come out of the closet.
A few weeks later, they aired an episode depicting a statue of the Virgin Mary bleeding on its congregation, and the whole controversy train started up again. Number 5. Ashley Simpson's SNL gaffe. Saturday Night Live.
Once again, Ashley Simpson.
SNL has aired a few bombs in its lifetime, but nothing compares to the infamous Ashley Simpson goof of October 2004. As she was starting her song Autobiography, Pieces of Me started playing instead, revealing that Simpson had been lip-syncing, which is a big no-no for performers on Saturday Night Live.
On a Monday, I am waiting. Tuesday.
Rather than rolling with the mistake, Simpson awkwardly danced off stage. She later said she'd decided to lip-sync due to acid reflux. The debacle tarnished her career, and she was subsequently booed at the Orange Bowl the following January.
You make me wanna scream.
Number 4. Blame It on Lisa. The Simpsons.
123 Papaya Street. This is Ronaldo's orphanage.
By 2002, The Simpsons had already been losing steam, but the episode Blame It on Lisa certainly didn't help its reputation. In the episode, The Simpsons traveled to Rio so Lisa can meet up with an old correspondent.
Get ready, Brazil. I now speak fluent Spanish. Well done, Bart. But in Brazil, they speak Portuguese.
The episode spawned a hostile reaction from Brazilians, who noted its many cliches, stereotypes, and misrepresentations of their culture. For example, the citizens have Spanish accents and love the conga and macarena, none of which is associated with Brazil.
It says here we can get anywhere we want by taking a conga line.
Way ahead of you, Marge.
The episode also portrayed Rio as a violent, rat-infested slum. The perception was so bad that the Tourist Board of Rio considered suing Fox, but were eventually discouraged due to the First Amendment's protection of parody.
I don't think my daughter should hear this.
You can protect her forever.
Number 3. Balloon Boy.
He's asking Falcon, did you hear us calling your name at any time? You did?
You did?
Why didn't you come out?
On October 15th, 2009, a giant helium balloon was released by Richard and Mayumi Heaney, who subsequently claimed that their son Falcon was trapped inside it.
Richard Heaney is the dad who built this craft, and Falcon, the 6-year-old, still inside.
The balloon reached 7,000 feet, rescue operations were launched, and Falcon became a media sensation. However, things took a fishy turn when authorities found Falcon hiding in the attic of the Heaney house. Wolf Blitzer then interviewed the family, and Falcon indirectly admitted that the entire thing was a hoax, perpetuated for media attention.
You guys said that we did this for the show.
Following an official investigation, the county sheriff concluded that it was indeed a hoax, and both Richard and Mayumi were given jail time. Number 2. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Kanye West has always been a lightning rod of controversy, a character trait that's been going strong since at least 2005.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Everyone knows about the infamous Taylor Swift debacle, but perhaps even more polarizing were his comments about George Bush during a concert for hurricane relief.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food.
Held on September 2nd, 2005, the benefit concert was to raise money for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Going off script, West proclaimed that then-President George Bush, quote, doesn't care about black people. causing an immediate camera cut and awkward glances from both Mike Myers and Chris Tucker.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
The public reaction was decidedly mixed. Bush later called it one of the, quote, most disgusting moments of his presidency. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Tyra Banks asks models to portray other races, America's Next Top Model. No one liked this modeling assignment.
Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities. The challenge here really is taking on the persona of that other ethnicity while in the photograph.
Letting kids run amok. Kid Nation. Who thought a reality competition about kids was a good idea?
40 kids with no parents, no teachers anywhere. And their leaders, they're kids too. It's the first ever Kid Nation.
Laser Pointer Panic. Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people. Lorenzo Lamas pointed out a contestant's flaws with a laser pointer. Really?
I got a tip for you. Squeeze those thighs really tight. No, listen, guys, okay?
That is just really gnarly and like...
The slap heard around the world. The real world. This franchise hasn't been the same since.
I slapped the hell out of her because she deserved it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction.
First of all, I have to ask you, was it planned, Janet?
No. When it comes to controversies, nothing beats Nipplegate. During the Super Bowl 38 halftime show in 2004, Justin Timberlake tore away a part of Janet's costume, revealing for a brief instant her breast and nipple shield. It was later blamed on a wardrobe malfunction. The media went absolutely nuts. Viacom blacklisted Jackson's music. The FCC fined CBS over $500,000, and there was a broad crackdown on sexual content on TV.
And then the NFL was asked to refund the $10 million that they had been given to the halftime show sponsor.
Some argued that the incident represented America's declining morality, while others countered that the public reaction was overblown and puritanical, and demonstrated sexual double standards. It was an epic controversy that raged across the nation, all over a less than 1 second shot of a nipple.
Do you think people were too hard on you?
I think they were.
What's the craziest thing you saw on TV in the 2000s? Let us know if we missed it in the comments below.
I don't care what you say, and I don't care what Dad says, okay? Manuela, I am not a little girl anymore.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.